Reserve Agency picked up 2023 with zeal and favor towards the farmers in the country, with favorable measures put in place for the 2023 crop marketing season. An FRA grain price was announced on May 17, 2023, and as earlier promised to the farmers that the agency would make an early entry into this year's marketing season. The board chairman of the Food Reserve Agency, Mr. Kelvin Hambwezia, said at a press briefing that the 2023 FRA price is cost reflective.
I am delighted, ladies and gentlemen, to brief you all on the arrangements that have been made or put in place by the Food Reserve Agency for the 2023 crop marketing season. The agency takes into account the following when determining the quantity of a designated agricultural commodity to be maintained as part of the National Strategic Food Reserve, as mentioned. Lean period, number one. Human consumption, industrial requirement, livestock requirements, mobilization of resources, importation period. So when we are buying or looking at what we call the strategic food reserves or commodities, we take into account what is the consumption of the country. To that effect, my colleagues in the sector, what we're announcing today is the recommended price. It's not the floor price. Zambia is a free market economy. It is an FRA price. The other buyers are free to enter the market and buy maize at their own prices. What we're going to announce today is not a floor price. This is a Food Reserve Agency price. In efforts aimed at fulfilling the above functions, you may be aware that the agency had a carryover stock of 652,000 metric tons of grade A maize at the beginning of this year, and over 400,000 metric tons has since been sold to local millers. The agency, as we talk to you now, is sitting on 248,772.35 metric tons of maize in the National Strategic Food Reserves as we talk now. That's the maize we're sitting on. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the agency during the 2023 crop marketing season will make an early entry into the market to ensure that the National Strategic Food Reserves are adequately replenished and farmers are protected from uncompetitive prices. So I promised that we would start buying maize on 1st May. We were working out the pricing mechanism for this season because we want to give the farmers a competitive price, which is reflective of the cost of production with a little bit of pocket money, or what we call profit. It's now my rare privilege and honor to announce this season's maize price, which, like I said, is cost reflective. FRA will enter the market and buy 500,000 metric tons of maize this season. We'll be buying a bag of maize, 50 kg bag of maize, at 280 kwacha. We'll be buying one bag, 50 kilogram of maize at 280 kwacha a bag, wow, which translates to 5,600 kwacha a ton. Last year we were buying at 180 kwacha a bag. We have increased the price by 100 kwacha. The price we're giving is intended to boost maize production in this country. Farmers have for a long time been subsidizing urban consumers, and this trend cannot continue because we're going to kill the agriculture sector in the country. So it's high time we began to give cost-reflective prices. We'll be buying rice at 5 kwacha a kg this year, meaning a 40 kg bag will be going for 200 kwacha. So the big deal here is maize. This is not a floor price that we have announced. It's a recommended price. It's a price at which FRA will buy the maize. And we're buying 500,000 tons of maize.
Further, at this year's official opening of the 2023 crop marketing season, that was held in Katete, Mr. Hambwezia, board chairman of the Food Reserve Agency, also announced that once all modalities were put in place, FRA would enter the soya market without distorting the current prevailing market price at 6 kwacha per kilogram.
We are not going to distort the existing market prices for soybeans. We are going to go in at the prevailing market prices. The Food Reserve Agency intends to buy soybeans from small-scale farmers at 6 kwacha a kilogram. But we will buy soybeans once we are fully aligned with other stakeholders within government.
Present at the press briefing in Lusaka was the Grain Traders Association of Zambia, and Mr. George Liakopoulos commended FRA for a price he described as cost-reflective, and that this was the first time a price announced by the agency advantaged the farmers in Zambia.
I've been involved in this industry for almost 19 years. I think this is one of the best prices FRA, I think, has offered the farming community. I believe it is due. It's been some time now that we've seen a flight of production of maize. We've seen the last 3 years a reduction in the production of maize because simply the price the farmers are receiving is not cost reflective. Today's announcement, in my opinion, does two things. It ensures that and stimulates production. So I would like to think that in the 2024 marketing season we'll have a lot more maize available. But secondly, most importantly, what it does, it ensures that the Zambian maize stays within the country.
Mr. Andrew Chintala, the Millers Association of Zambia president, said that this price would help to stimulate growth and boost maize production in the country to meet the growing demand both within and outside Zambia.
Board Chair, this announcement is not only exciting to the farmers, but it's also exciting to us as private sector players in the food value chain for one simple reason. This is a way to stimulate growth in terms of boosting maize production in this country. This is something that we need to encourage, considering the demand that has been increasing, that has been notably been increasing the past few years in the region as well as in the country. However, it is worth noting that the price that has been announced could be a first step or could be a step in the right direction. You may recall, Board Chair and members of the press, that a few weeks ago we had an engagement with the President, the Republican President, where we made a call that we need to liberalize maize marketing in Zambia. And this announcement to me is a clear indication that this is how the journey to liberalize this sector begins, or maize to be precise, begins. So it has got its own reaction, but I think as a country we need to take this board decision. It's very, very prudent that we accept prices that are cost reflective if we are to grow the sector as a country.
It is hoped that this year's commodity prices and FRA's early entry into the crop marketing season would help to stimulate growth and production into the coming season's production of grain in the country.
It's another honor and rare privilege that I now declare the 2023 crop marketing season officially open.